Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, where we haven't made as much progress as I'd hoped on this. I have AFK'd for a while, but we actually ran out of energy cells for this construction, and now I'm kind of out of time. So this has not progressed as far as I'd hoped, but it is in progress now. But I did want to talk to our faction rep here, and I want to purchase a blueprint in the ship variety. And more specifically, why was I wanting to do this? I was going to purchase this blueprint here so that we could build it, but that's actually completely pointless because we can't build it because it's a large size. So I think what we need to do is we need to purchase some blueprints here that are smaller size. So we'll just purchase a couple of these that are relatively small. Are these? I wish it labeled what size these were or had it separated by size. But these are all nice and cheap, so we'll just assume that these are small and these are medium for right now, and we'll just call that good. Okay, so we now have access to those ships. Wonderful. So if we go into our build ships here and we go to size M, we should see, yep, we've got frigate, gunboat, miner, transporter, and transporter. That is fantastic. And now we're going to leave this faction rep after I just double check that we've gotten all of the equipment that I wanted. Yeah, this all looks good, with the potential minor exception being here, but yeah, that all looks good too. Okay, wonderful. So what we are going to do is we are going to make our way over to the Talati faction rep, and we're going to see what blueprints we can requisition there. Because I suspect that since we are located in Talati space, we are not going to get particularly many orders for Vanguard ships there, although the Talati might be interested in some of them. But we want to go get some Talati blueprints, for sure.
Vanguard.
So let's undock here in the Argon Federation, and let's make our way over towards the Talati trading station. Technically, we could teleport there. Let's do it. We can get there nice and quickly.
Entering system. Yanamus Zura.
Excellent. So we need to. Oh, we were in the transporter. Okay, I was a little confused by where we were there, but let's go to the faction rep. I'm surprised we can teleport this far, but okay, we'll take it. Okay, so the faction rep here, I want to check to see what exactly he has for different equipment, or are they all the same? It looks like they're not all the same. So the Talati do have some additional equipment for us to purchase. So let's just accumulate ourselves a little bit of money to do that. So first off, we are going to head over to the GE headquarters and take a look at our information here. And we're just going to steal some money out of this account. Something like this. Fantastic. A little bit out of this one as well. And then a little bit out of this, and by that I mean all of it, because it's a life support factory. And then down over here, we are going to steal all of the money that we've got in our life support factory here, as well as what little we currently have in our wharf. Now, the money in the wharf's construction should be required. Actually, not all of it. We only need the 778k. Fantastic. So this is all funded. It's just... And in fact, most of the resources are already in. So this is just a matter of waiting for this timer to tick down. So that's excellent. And we've got ourselves a little bit more money.
It's an honor to see you here.
So we will talk to this guy, and we're going to pick up what blueprints we can here. I'll just open all of these up. So we're looking for any medium or small blueprints. We don't care about anything else. So we'll pick up some of these. Wonderful. And this will allow us to start constructing medium and small Talati ships as well, which I suspect we will see more orders for from NPCs. Okay, medium and small. These are large and extra large, so we don't care about those. These are all medium. And there are no smalls in the turrets, but that's to be expected. Muon chargers, we can grab those. Phoenix main battery, that's a little expensive. We'll probably hold off on that for right now, because I don't think we'll have enough money. Especially once we get some chips here. So, we will grab basically just these cheap ones. What ones we can, anyway. So we'll do something kind of like that. And that'll leave us 504k left over.
Good profit.
Fantastic. So now if we were to open up the SM Wharf here and go to build ships, we should see some Teladi-style ships as well. Yes, indeed we do. Fantastic. And then if we were to do a high preset, not enough resources on the station. It might take a while to make this, but that would be fine. Because we don't really care, realistically. So that's fantastic. Let's hop back over here to our Vanguard, our Elite Vanguard. So we'll teleport back to that. Wonderful. And here we are.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
How did we get spaced over here? I feel like I abandoned this ship in the docking bay, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. At any rate, let's go ahead and set our destination at the wharf.
Autopilot. Engage.
So we're going to head over there. Because we can now apparently just kind of teleport around. Yeah, we have teleportation range 2 researched currently. Let's go ahead and start research on range 3. And that is going to use up some money coming in our GE headquarters, but that's okay. That'll finish up eventually. So we'll just grab a little bit of money out of here. And a little bit out of here. But now that we know that we can teleport from the Argon shipyard to the Teladi trading station, that's about maximum range. So I'm thinking we'd probably just leave this Elite Vanguard down at the wharf, and we'll just teleport around from here on out, most likely. Because there's not really much of a point in flying. Which is pretty great. So we're going to need to talk to a few more factions and continuing to requisition blueprints. And of course, in the meantime, our SM Wharf is growing in scale. It's rather large as is, but it will be bigger. Let me just straighten that out a little bit. Excellent. Okay, so we're making our way down here, and the question is, do we want to make some kind of a...
Second contact.
do we want to start making some kind of a battle fleet? Like, what is our actual goal here? I don't know. Like, I feel like our initial goals will be achieved once we just copy the wharf and put in about another 150 million credits into blueprints to be able to make shipyards.
Autopilot.
But we may want to make some defense platforms. Like, if we're going to start conquering, we're probably going to have to ramp this up, right? And realistically, we would not want to start our conquering against the Teladi if we're going to do this. Realistically, we'd probably want to go start fighting like the Xeon.
Entering system. Pontifex's claim.
We'd have to do some scouting for that. But let's just send our Elite Vanguard up over here to explore. There we go. We will also set that at the max for that order, the max range. 350 kilometers. Okay. So we're just going to continue scouting out the areas with that. That'll just take quite a lot of time. But we're starting to get to a point where... I mean, we're not there yet, obviously. But we're starting to get to a point where we might relatively soon be able to give one of these factions a bit of a run for their money.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
I mean, we've got the Paranid locations over here. We've got the Holy Order of the Pontifex over here, Ministry of Finance. Like, we have a lot left to collect in terms of blueprints before we start making enemies, right? But that's okay. The autopilot seems to have been turned off. I turned it on and I think it got confused.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
Oh, right. We're supposed to go here. The autopilot turned off a while ago. Okay. Well, we'll just let that do its thing for a while, and hopefully the autopilot won't turn itself back off. In the meantime, you can see that our station account is going down pretty dramatically in the GE headquarters right now, and that's because it is buying the equipment required for the research. We need advanced electronics and field coils, Novidium, and superfluid coolant for that. So that is excellent. And I can tell you that our wharf is not going to be finished this episode. That is for sure. I can also tell you that we're starting to see some issues in our supply chain. Specifically energy cells, which we are expanding soon enough. Antimatter cells, which I was not expecting to see struggling to produce. Microchips, we're probably going to need to increase our number of microchips. Not enough resources for production. Yeah, I think we should definitely do that. Where are we producing microchips on this monstrosity right now? That's quantum tubes, weapon components. I think it was fairly close to this level. Maybe like one down. That's the maintenance bay there. Refined metal. Graphene. That's microchips. Okay, so if microchips are being produced here, then it looks to me like we have enough space to put a base module here, and here, and then a cross module, and then another cross module, and then just a pair of cross modules like that. And then the microchip production, we would then place, in theory, right about there.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
Okay, that's not far enough. Noted. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of things. First off, we are going to need a spacer over here. And yeah, I realize that that ended up going away. So we will copy that. Actually, no, we won't copy that. We'll remove that. And we will turn this guy like so. Now we copy this and place it there. The question is, do we have enough space? Yeah, we do. Okay, fantastic. So now we would put a cross module over here. Actually, we'd just get rid of that, and we'd copy this sequence. Although, we are going to need... Oh, the autopilot epically failed again. What did you do, autopilot? It still seems to be going. And I believe that caused me to lose those changes. That's okay. We now know pretty much what we've got going on over there. If I can actually re-enter the build. Plan build. There we go. So we know where our microchips are now, and we know what kind of spacing we are going to need. So first things first, we're going to put in 3 base modules this time. 1, 2, 3. A cross module. And then we will put a cross module here, followed by a base module here. Where did that go? Gonna undo that. We'll put in a base module here. And then we'll plop that in right there. And then a cross module. And then we'll do some microchip production. Right there. And right there. Glorious. We'll confirm those changes. Okay, and we will head on over to our rather large wharf. This thing is definitely looking big. Very, very big. So we're going to need a few more components over here in terms of money. We don't currently have enough to fully produce all those microchips, But that's okay.
Wharf.
Okay, so the next question is...
Pilot. Disengaged.
Please stop. There we go. We only rammed it a little bit.
Docking granted.
Okay, where is it going to have us dock at? Is it going to put us in the actual docking bay? It looks like it is. Yeah, this is the actual docking bay here. That's okay. We don't need to be anywhere else, technically speaking. There we go. Excellent.
Successfully docked.
So let's open up the map then, because we can now teleport around.
Honor to have you aboard.
I do want to check to make sure... Yeah, that all looks good. Let's check our logical overview here and see if we have any other tier 1 supplies that we're short on. It looks like our 8 mining craft are supplying this reasonably well for right now. That may change later on. But we're going to continue addressing these shortfalls until we no longer have them. But of course, it's going to take quite a lot of time to get all of that built up. So for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can just fully fund this construction. Oh, yeah, we can definitely fully fund this construction. The wharf has just a ludicrous amount of money in it right now. Glorious. It's not currently building any ships, but it may be doing that at some point. So we will go ahead and confirm something like that. And then we're just going to toss in... I mean, technically we don't need that amount in there. We're just going to go into the plan build and accept that estimate. Excellent. That is absolutely excellent. I'm just checking here inside of these bays, because I believe that these are small docking bays and that these are then the mediums. But that's fine. We also have more container storage, of course, coming in, but this is all going to be quite a lot. And I have no idea what our actual workforce requirements are going to look like. We do still need to expand our workforce, but I think we'll wait on that until after we've finished getting our resource production set up. So for right now, I think we'll call that good. And I would like to teleport, since we can do that, over to the Paranid Shipyard. Apparently we can't teleport there. Why can't we teleport? We can teleport to the Teladi trading station. We may not have permission to teleport to the Paranid Shipyard. That might be a thing. Can we teleport to the Argon? We can't. Yeah, it might be a rank perk. For right now, we'll teleport over to the Teladi.
Entering system. Yanamus Zura.
I'm guessing it's a rank perk. They probably have security concerns about people just popping into existence in the middle of their station.
It's an honor.
So for right now, we are going to talk to this guy and take a look at what other modules we could pick up. We could just pick up these basic areas. Like, these are modules that are super cheap that we may as well grab and add them to our collection. Because realistically, if we're going to declare war on any of these people, we probably want to make sure that we have access to everything that we possibly can before then. So, there we go. Excellent. And let's just teleport back to our station, which I believe we do have the rights to do. Indeed we do. Wonderful.
Entering system. Path to profit.
This is a interesting place to be. That is not one of our ships. This is not the docking bay that we're in. This is, I believe, our maintenance bay? Maybe. But for now, we are going to go to the Elite Vanguard. Excellent. Okay, so it kind of feels like we didn't do a whole lot in this episode, but we also kind of did a lot in this episode. Like, we're getting really close to having our wharf online, and realistically, it should be very... I don't know if it'll be fully online by the time next episode comes around, but it'll be incredibly close. And by that I mean, this will probably all be done, and I might have queued up more things by then. But I think we're definitely going to have to start thinking about defense, and we're going to have to start thinking about how we want to conquer things. Because we're starting to get to that point. So that's going to be interesting. For now, though, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time.